What's up YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. This week's episode is actually on the ban list, and the question is, what could have been better? What could have made the ban list even better? Well, that's what we are about to find out in this episode. But before we get started, if you guys notice, my voice is starting to slowly come back. I should be okay. I should be okay by tomorrow, because tomorrow, you guys know, is none other than Survivor Series, and it's going to be a hell of a show. Or at least we're hoping it's going to be anyway. With the fact that War Games has invaded the main roster, and it's going to be interesting. Which, by the way, guys, if you guys have not checked out my Survivor Series prediction video, I recommend you guys check it out. I know that it's gonna be a little cringe with my voice being fucked up at that point, but be sure to check it out. Check it out, guys. You don't want to miss it. But I will be doing the results tomorrow night, immediately following Survivor Series, and then I'll be doing a full in-depth review of the show on Monday, with the new episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. So make sure you guys stay tuned for those. But with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel and you guys love my series Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, and you guys want more episodes which get posted every Friday, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And yes, I am still drinking Theraflu, just so my voice can actually come back. It's like you taste the honey and the tea at the beginning, but once you get to the end, it tastes like lemon, which is so cringe. But anyway, whew, there we go. Alright, so the ban list. Not gonna lie, this was probably the weirdest ban list we've had in quite some time. Don't get it twisted. Having Curious the Lightsworn Dominion, and having Mystic Mind finally get banned, which is awesome. Having those cards may have been great, but there could have been better. But the cards that are on the forbidden list, in my opinion, could have been better. And what I mean by that is the one deck that Konami should have really done a lot of damage on is the Ishizu tier deck. Now, I still have my build. Sorry guys, my nose is runny. Anyway, my build, my Ishizu tier build is based on Jesse Cotton's second place build that actually ran quite the interesting build, if you will. My version consists of 3 Tournament Shirin, 2 Reinhardt, 2 Happiness, 2 Merly, 2 Bestial Druid's Worm, 2 Bestial Magnum Hut, 1 Serener, and then of course the Shizu card. So 3 Kelbag, 3 Mudora, 3 Agito, 3 Keldo, and then of course the 3 Herald of Orange Light. But with Orange Light now limited to 1, it makes the deck a little more it makes the deck still the same, but But because of the fact that it's a tuner, you need to have another card to replace it with. And I think the only tuner... Yeah, Orange Line is like the only Herald like tuner of the whole build. But for my spells, I've got the one Instant Fusion, the one Tiddleman's Heartbeat, 2 Tiddleman's Scream, 2 Mass Change 2, 1 Pot of Avarice, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and then of course 3 Primeval Planet Paralino. And then my traps, I got the one Tiddleman's Meta Noise, 1 Soleek, 1 Crime, and then 2 Solemn Warning. My extra deck, I have the Kaleido Heart, Rukalos, Kitalos, Dragostapelia, Garua, Winds of Resonant Life, Master Acid, and Dorklaw, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Baron, Draco Berserker of the Tenny, Wallow, Founder of the Drudge Dragons, Abyss Dweller, Nightmare Phoenix, the Dark Charmer, Gloomy, and also the Earth Charmer Immovable. In my side deck, I've got the 2 Ash, the 2 Bell, the 2 Ghost Sister, the 1 Decisive Armor, Access Code, Nightmare Unicorn, IP Masquerade and Nightmare Griffin, and then 2 Dark Rule No More and 2 Forbidden Droplet. That's my build. When you look at the Forbidden list, yes, it is true that they did hit Curious, because Curious, I believe in one of the previous build, I believe in the top 4 build, somebody was running Curious in their build, so it makes sense. It makes sense for Konami to hit Curious because of it. In fact, I think... Oh, I guess not. I guess, I guess not, but I am definitely gonna have to, switch up the deck. But I believe one of the builds from the top 16 actually was running Curious, so it makes sense for Curious to get hit. But I truly believe if you look at the Ishizu tier deck and you think and you want to figure out what cards could have been at least banned and then eventually and also limited to 1. Hands down, the one card that definitely should have went to 1 is the Shiren. The reason being is because Shiren's effect acts as a polymerization, and it also mills you a fuck ton of cards, giving you access to go into the effects of your Kelbeck, your Mudora, Agido, and of course your Keldo, depending on what you've discarded. And also too because of the fact that Shiren's a dark and you have Mass Change 2, you can activate Mass Change 2's effect, pitch the Reinhardt, and then pitch the Reinhardt, trigger Reinhardt's effect. And it lets you send a Turtleman's card from your hand to your graveyard. In which case, you would send Happiness to your graveyard. Darklaw would get summoned. Happiness effect would then would then trigger, and you would mill 3, and you would end up milling another Shyren, which will help you go into your Katalos, or even also you could also go into your Garua, which I believe just can help you go into the Katalos, and then eventually into your your Dragostapelia. So I feel like Shyren definitely would have been the card to hit to go to 1. Definitely I think the entire Tearlance package definitely should have went to 1. The deck, because the deck, it still would have been meta. It still would have been a competitive deck. But the problem is that you won't see the cards as often unless if you had the field spell. Unless if you had the field spell, then you wouldn't be able to see your tournaments cards at all. So I feel like those cards definitely should have went to 1 again, because the deck, it still would have been competitive, but it wouldn't be as tier 0 as it is now. There it is. There's the lemon. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, but other than that, I really don't think any other cards should have been put on the list. Maybe I honestly don't know. I think honestly the ban list, I think the card's forbidden. I think it's fine the way it is. Maybe what's that other one? I think maybe, in my honest opinion, I think Instant Fusion probably could have also gotten banned just because of the fact that it was a way to help further facilitate the Ishizu tier deck. That's just my opinion, and anyway, but there's no shot that would ever happen. But again, Orange Light and Curious and Missing Mind, I'm perfectly okay with those getting hit. Really don't see anything else being taken off the list from the forbidden list. Maybe maybe something like the Dragon Rulers could go to 1, just because of the fact that even though Tempest is still a pretty busted card, it's been used a bit in Heart. I've seen it get played, or rather I've seen on YouTube that Tempest gets used in the Harpy builds, because Harpies are wind. Harpies are wind attribute, and I feel like I feel like the Dragon Rulers, if they went up to 1, who knows? Maybe the Dragon Ruler build could potentially make a comeback, but it wouldn't be as meta defined as it was when Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy was released. And need I remind you that the cards from Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, they were rare. Okay, they were a rare at that time. Once they got reprinted in tins, they were secret rare, and people started to use the secret rare versions rather than the rares, which made no sense at all. But as far as the cards that are limited, I really don't see anything else getting put to one. Maybe just the Ishizu, maybe just the tier limits build, the tier limits package, and maybe the Bystials. I think the Bystials had made such an impact on the deck because of the fact that you had a bunch of dark monsters, which I believe was the Rukalos. I believe it was a dark. So it would make sense for the Bystials to get hit, but who knows? But Orange Light, I was 100% expecting it, but who knows if the deck will ever get hit. Excuse me. Who knows? But the cards that are semi-limited, Recital Starlight, I kind of understand. Excuse me, because Lyrillist Tri-Brigade had a huge impact what was I thinking? In one of the YCSs from earlier this year, and it was rather interesting to say the very least. Very interesting. Telerai Ptolemus. I mean, to be fair, it's a way to help make Cyber Infinity, which is just absolutely insane. From what I've seen in videos, anyway. Dimensional Fissure, not the best choice because, I mean, it's like a Dark Law, I guess you could say. Actually, both Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissures, they're both Dark Law, which makes no sense at all. Metaverse, I could totally understand. Mystic Minds is no longer in the format, so I totally get it. Tenki never should have went to 1 or 2 because of the fact that now X Sabers, if X Sabers were to come back into the fold, X Sabers would come back at full force, in my honest opinion. But could the ban list have been better? Yes, I think if Konami put the tier limits package and the Bystial package to 1, the deck still would have been meta, but it wouldn't. But it would have been a perfect way for Konami to tell players, hey, keep it cool. We're just here trying to have some fun. So I think that right there would have been the perfect ban list, but that's just my opinion anyway. But that brings me to the question of the day. What cards do you think should have been put on the forbidden list, the limited list, and taken off the list? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Friday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.